Have you ever heard a voice inside your head that says you're not good enough? Maybe it calls you a failure after a mistake or questions every decision you make. That voice isn't a stranger, it's your inner critic.
But here's the paradox. This critic exists to help you, yet it often hurts you. So is it a friend or a foe? The inner critic is a part of your psyche born from early experiences, societal norms, and even love. It tries to protect you by pointing out flaws or preparing you for challenges. But like an overzealous friend, it doesn't know when to stop. It might sound like your parents, your teacher, or even a culture that prizes perfection. Over time, it becomes your internal soundtrack. The inner critic isn't purely destructive. Sometimes it's the voice that pushes you to study harder, prepare better, or aim higher. But when left unchecked, it crosses a line, shifting from constructive feedback to paralyzing self-doubt. It's the difference between striving for excellence and being crushed by the fear of failure. An overactive inner critic can lead to procrastination,
Low self-esteem and even burnout.
it tells you to avoid risks because failure would be unbearable. It convinces you that vulnerability is weakness. But the real cost, you stop showing up for your life, settling for less than you deserve. The goal isn't to silence your inner critic, it's to understand it.
Ask yourself, what is this voice trying to protect me from?
What would happen if I responded with curiosity instead of fear? When you question the critic's narrative, it loses its power. It becomes a guide rather than a bully. Here's how you can start.
1. Identify the voice. What triggers it?
2. Challenge its assumptions. Are its fears realistic? 3. Practice self-compassion. What would you say to a friend in your situation? 4. Replace judgment with curiosity. What can I learn from this moment? Remember, managing your inner critic isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Your inner critic isn't your enemy, but it's not always your ally. By learning to listen without letting it control you, you can transform it into a tool for growth rather than a weapon for destruction.